All right. Hello. Welcome to episode 223. We're finally free of the Super Weapon Podcast, most overpowered podcast on the internet. It's your boy, Darius Artist, and as always, got my co-host DC here with me today.
Hey, first of all, I want to say, what's up, Iron Man?
The Bengals in the building.
Yeah,
What's up,
hey,
man?
Guest appearance from the one and only, our Canadian brother.
Hey, man, we still love Canadians around here, Bengal. I don't know.
Don't listen to the media, man.
Yeah.
There's only a selected few.
Yeah, we still love
80% of us, we still got love for the other side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. What's going on, Bengal? How you doing, sir? What's going on, Tori? Hi, Tina. Welcome in, guys, to episode 223. Another beautiful Saturday. Me and DC are here back on our regularly scheduled programming. Saturday fun. Yes, how are you doing today, sir? Before we jump into things, let's get some pleasantries, man. I honestly haven't talked to you that much this week. Seems to be a common theme for us nowadays.
Because we are working. Working for certain. It's been, I had a big project for a big festival that a lot of people are attending this week, Brunch Fest. If you're in Atlanta,
nice.
And if you're at Brunch Fest, and if you look at any of the signage, wait, let me not be a hog here. Me and the creative crew at my job created the majority of the signage that you will see out at Atlanta Brunch Fest this weekend. Shout out to my crew, I actually enjoy my job. It's been a long time since I had a job to where I don't want to kill my coworkers. Shout out to that. But Atlanta Brunch Fest, you will see all of our beautiful signage out there that we cried. I had to, you don't want to know how many signs, but that's neither here or there.
It was a big accomplishment, man. Pat yourself on the back for that, man.
Fuck a accomplishment. It was a big job. Boy, it was some hard work going to get those signs out for that beautiful activity for the people this weekend. But anyway, man. So with that being said, we were pretty slammed at work.
Yeah.
So I haven't really done anything too exciting outside of work. I've just been extremely tired.
Yeah.
I've been working and cooking with my homeboy. Speaking of the God himself, me and Tori been cooking up on a little bit animated comic. We cooking on something. We're not gonna give you too much sauce, but it will be, it will be under the Super Weapon Media umbrella. We're gonna have nice little fun with a little animated short series that we're creating. So
very, very exciting.
I did work on that, so that was exciting.
Yeah, I can't wait to see more for that. You guys have told me just a little bit, and I'll just say I'm very excited to see you two work together because I think both of you are very creative. Shout out to Tori, just like you said, he's in chat. I'm
just a guiding light. All of this, like, Tori is gonna be the guy who actually draws this.
Hey man, don't discredit yourself, man. The work that you put in as well is important. That's one thing we have to stop doing.
Well,
just because
it's not even that, like, it's more or less like just giving the proper credit to
for sure
who's doing what. Like, I'm more or less curating ideas. Tori are bringing them to life. It's a match made in heaven.
Hey, that's important work, man. The world needs writers and people who come up with ideas, and that's pretty incredible, man. Like I said, I can't wait. I'm
just excited about it. I'm just really excited because, to be honest, we had this idea in the pipeline for like 4 years.
Oh, okay.
4 years, and it was like I was telling Tori, it was just like the podcast, right? I was like, Tori, we got to stop thinking, and we just got to just jump out there.
Sometimes,
you keep psyching yourself out. You're like, oh, well, we need this. Well, we need that. Like, nah, let's just jump out here. And then once the ball started rolling, you get so excited. Like, we got so excited. Like, yo, we're finally freaking doing this. Like,
that's awesome, man.
Created and characters and character designs. And it's just been funny, man. Like, I want to start doing some behind the scenes stuff because how hard we be laughing. Like creating these characters, like these characters are very funny, man. Like, I can't wait till y'all see it, man. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun time.
Awesome, man. Yeah, I can't wait to check out more when you guys are starting to start to do some reveals and everything. Like I'm sure it's gonna be a very exciting time for you guys as well, just to see, just to have other people like see your work. It's always cool to see, people's reactions. So yeah, we'll definitely keep an eye on that, man. And Bangle is watching from the bottom of a ski mountain in a hut. That's a very Canadian statement, Bangle. Are you on vacation? Or are you having fun? I hope you're not trapped, fighting for your life.
Do we need to send someone?
Yeah. Do we need to, call someone for you? Hope you're doing good. But thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks for everybody for hanging out today, man. It's just
thanks for thinking about us in your hut.
Yes, you are many miles away from us, so we can't come get you, but the love is still appreciated, man. You know what I don't love, DC? I don't love Warner Brothers right now, man.
Let's talk about it.
I don't really love what I've seen from Warner Brothers for the last couple of years, ever since they merged with gosh, man, I want to say it was Discovery, and they got their new CEO, David Zaslav.
This guy's so good with names.
I think that's his name. I think that's how you pronounce it.
I never got that off. I'm looking at the name in my notes, and I'm like, yeah, I'm glad he said it first.
He really gives me evil villain vibes, man. This is just unfortunate news that continues to kind of pour out of Warner Brothers over the last couple of years, but this last week was just especially bad. So the Warner Brothers Games announced that they are closing 3 more gaming studios. That is Warner Brothers Montreal, Monolith Productions, and I believe First Person Games is the name of the studio that was working on Multiverses. Forgive me if Player First Games, excuse me. I had it backwards. Player First Games. I started, when I started initially digging into the story, man, like the more I looked into it, and just like the more that's come out over the last couple of days, it's just really sad. And to be honest, it's like pretty upsetting, man, because apparently last year Warner Brothers Discovery, they lost over $300 million just on gaming. I believe 200 of that was from Suicide Squad. And I mean, you talk about like a generational fumble, man. Just to see where they were, because Warner Brothers was one of those studios. They had a pretty good track record when it came to releasing games. Of course, you're talking about like Rocksteady Games and Batman and Monolith. They made Shadow of War, Shadow of Mordor, and to see them kind of like go out the way that they have, it's just really, really sad. To the point where I was actually hoping that Monolith was gonna get the chance to release that Wonder Woman game, which is clearly not happening anymore.
Oh yeah, they put a big cancel on that.
Yeah, so the Wonder Woman game is completely gone. They shut down Multiverses. Was that earlier this year, or late last year? I think. I can't remember. My timelines are a little messed up there, but it's just really unfortunate seeing the state of Warner Brothers, even to the point that apparently not too long after the Wonder Woman game got announced, most of the leadership, I believe 7 directors, left Monolith to form their own studio. So Wonder Woman has just been like in a constant state of issues. It even got a reboot back in 2023. And it's just bad all around as Warner Brothers continues to want to focus on Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, and what's the last? Batman, I believe, is the last franchise that they're just kind of trying to recalibrate, I guess, to become profitable. And I mean, even down to the movies that they're making, right? Like they never released that Batwoman film that got made, and they wrote it off on taxes, which I think should be illegal. But hey, what do I know? I'm not a lawyer, by the way. But yeah, man, what do you kind of like make of all this? Like, there's really kind of like a lot to unpack about all this news, and
it just goes to show you, right? It just goes to show you that with the gaming industry, you never really know, like how much money that they spend, right? Like some of these games, for example, the Justice League game.
Yeah, Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. Yeah,
Suicide Squad kills the Justice League. Dude, that game has been in development for so long, and they put so much money behind it.
Yeah.
For only for it to come out the way that it came out. Now, I don't understand why. How do we get to this point, right? Like, I don't understand because the game was like people were already kind of talking about the game before it even came out, and I feel like it should have been some kind of course correction on their part because people were already saying like, okay, what is this? What is this? Like, as they were rolling out the game, people were already voicing their concerns about it.
Right.
And we need to learn from Sonic, right? Sonic the movie, right? Remember when everyone was voicing concerns about how Sonic looked? They
Those
went
teeth.
back and changed his whole look. Now you have a breadwinning franchise. I feel like games need to start doing that a little bit more, listening to their audience a little bit more, because running around with pistols, every superhero having guns, that was a big complaint. You know what I'm saying? There was just
the structure.
so much
the structure
going
of the
on.
game was so weird.
Yeah,
too,
it was so much going on with that game to where they could have kind of. Me personally, I feel like they could have course corrected with that game, but I tell my brother, I tell anyone who wants to listen, I tell people at my job, I'm like, dude, it costs so much money, and the price for making video games is only going to go up. And so it gets to a point where a lot of these companies are going to start playing it safe because stuff like this is going to happen. Like if you have a $300 million game flop, dude, do you know the disarray that is caused at that studio? You just wasted all this money on a game that lasted. How long did that game even last?
I'll be generous and say maybe 8 months. You know, because they did give us and I'm doing air quotes here for our audio listeners, a conclusion to the story with that very nice cut scene, the cardboard cutout cut scene, I like to call it. You know, not animated. It was just you know. I honestly think a lot of the problems that WB has faced has been since they merged with Discovery. And I know a lot of people are probably gonna hate me when I say this and be angry at me for saying this. I wish Xbox would have acquired WB when they were looking to sell. I do. At least the gaming portion. You know, because now we're starting to see kind of some of the effects of some games are starting to roll out from Xbox, and they at least care enough about their developers to try to give them a fighting chance. I mean, yeah, things didn't work out with Tango Gameworks, the studio that made gosh, man, I love that game. Me and Lisa were just talking about it the other day. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have a brain fart here. But they ended up allowing that studio to be sold off and acquired so their team could stay together and they could continue to work on that franchise, right? But you know, here and there, you know, Warner Brothers hasn't missed on everything. You know, obviously, Harry Potter, hugely successful franchise, and Hogwarts Legacies that came out the year before last, I think it was 2023, came out. It was hugely successful for them. Mortal Kombat, I believe, sold well. I'm not so sure about how the community is liking it nowadays. Actually, Darkstar's here. He could probably tell us what's going on, by the way, Darkstar.
Yeah, I heard Mortal Kombat 1 was kind of struggling right now.
Right. I think community perception isn't super great with
fighting
that
game expert is in the chat if you want to give us an update on that.
Yeah. So it's not doing super well right now. And Weenie, shout out to Weenie, just gave me an update that Multiverses is actually coming out. It's shutting down in May, which I think is awful because that game could have been a good replacement for Super Smash Brothers. Now that,
even though I don't like it, I kind of see where that community, I kind of see where that game would flourish with that community. When that Multiverses came out and everybody was trying to get me to play it, I was like, there's no way in hell I'm playing that game.
I mean, for God's sakes, man, you're talking about a game that couldn't have messed up any worse, to the point where they removed
Didn't they kill themselves by taking a break? Like
they removed it from storefronts, digital storefronts, saying, "Oh, haha, guys, just kidding. It was a beta. we're gonna actually fix this. It's a beta that we didn't tell you guys about. Isn't that funny?" And then the game came back. It came back a few months later. Just like Bangle said, it came back with microtransactions in it, like heavy doses of microtransactions.
A lot of microtransactions, and that is what kind of killed it. First of all, you kind of killed your momentum by being, because they were gone for a while.
Yeah, they were gone for like half a year.
Momentum. And then when it came back, it was just like, hey, we're going to shove all these microtransactions in your face. Yes. And it was like, it was very egregious. I can't remember, like, it was like characters. You were paying for like different colors. And it was just stupid stuff, man. Like some of the stuff, honestly, you should have got for free.
Yeah.
And they were just kind of taxing it. And I was just like, and I told people when it came back, because it's just like RP, right? Like GTA RP, I tell people, like, this is a common thing in RP where people will, for whatever reason, they'll shut down their city. And I'm like, dude, you're never going to have them numbers that you had before.
Right.
Because what happens is people move on. Like, this industry is so fickle. And think about it. Games are coming out, like, back to back to back. Mm-hmm. And especially grown gamers, they have to find a place, not a place, but more or less a time to play what they want to play. And a lot of grown adults who are handling business, they don't have time to play a lot of games. So just like myself personally, like I have like 2 games out of the week that I'll play.
Right.
And that's probably 2 days out of the week that I'm playing them. So when you stop the momentum of your own game, when you stop it, you take a break, whatever, like they did. Well, just look at it like this. How many games came out between the time that game was closed and then it came back? Let's look at it like that.
Staggering amount. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. People they move on. And then when it comes back and it's not, because from my understanding, even when it came back, they still had problems.
Yeah.
So it was like, what the heck were y'all doing the whole time y'all had the game offline? So like Iron said in the chat, man, they had something great. It seemed like DC is just cursed. They can't catch a win.
I think the problem is, as they say, shit rolls downhill. The CEO and the leadership at WB right now, they don't understand the franchises that they have and what they should be doing with them. You know, because you go back to 360, PS3 days. You know, WB was one of those premier developers. Rocksteady was one of those premier developers. You knew that you were going to get a great game from them, a good Batman game. Like I said, Monolith, the Lord of the Ring games. Those games were fun. Every few months, me and our homie New Era will just bring those games up because we played the hell out of them, man. Like, and you know that was like almost 8-9 years ago since Monolith released the game, and it's just kind of sad to see. You know, because like I said, by the time these studios had already started to get ready to close, most of their talent had already left. And you could definitely see that in the reflection of the quality of their games. Like, the founders of Rocksteady have been gone for years. They took most of the talent from Rocksteady and formed another studio. And I believe the ones that left Monolith are working on that new Black Panther game, if I'm not mistaken. I forget the name of the studio, but yeah.
So let me ask you this. The only W that we can consider for DC is the Batman series. Is that true?
In recent memory?
DC? Yeah.
I would say so. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I think that DC has a Batman problem. That DC as a whole, right? I think they have interesting heroes, interesting stories to tell, interesting characters, and I think they're trying to get from under it, and they kind of have been over the last couple of years with some of their TV and film.
DC has such good characters. It makes me so mad, man.
Yeah, I think that they're just they're so hyper focused on just a few characters that it has ruined what the average moviegoer, TV show watcher would consider interesting. And, you know, people can love or hate Marvel all they want. You know, hate the MCU, whatever. They'll at least give you a interesting cast of characters to kind of, you know, hey, I kind of want to learn more about this particular character. Or, hey, I didn't really know much about Moon Knight before I watched the TV show. But, you know, I know a lot more about him now. And he's in one of the most popular games being played right now in Marvel Rivals. You know, it all kind of like weaves itself together pretty well for Marvel. They at least understand that much, right? But DC, they just don't know what the fuck they're doing, which is why they went to go hire someone who worked on the MCU movies to run their uh movie studio, the DC universe as they call it. And I think they're making an admirable comeback. I mean, I think the thing that'll really be the telltale sign is how well Superman does when it comes out in the summer. Which honestly, I think Superman looks good. That's just my opinion. I think the movie looks good. I'm not a Superman fan, but
this is the big gun.
I mean,
big gun.
You know, you have arguably one of the most popular heroes in the world and has been for decades, sitting on a shelf. You know, like I'm be honest, Batman's boring.
To ice Superman like this is kind of crazy, and I'm not even like a big Superman fan. But you would think that he would have more success in these universes than what he's had outside of like their animated series, which always tends to do good. Shout out to
they do fantastic animated movies, man. Oh my gosh, DC does like that is their bread and butter. Like I will never take that away from DC. They do animated movies infinitely better than Marvel ever has. And just like Bangle says, like Marvel is great at playing the long game. Because they had 10 or 15 years at this point to develop the formula that they're currently doing. Like, honestly, I don't think the stuff that's happening in the MCU is too terribly interesting because we don't really know where it's going to go. Like, we don't know if they're leading up to one big bad or if they're, you know, going to kind of splinter off.
I think that's their problem.
You know?
I think that's their problem. I think that they had such a great villain in Thanos that they don't. Mm-hmm. Like, they don't know. It seemed like they don't know what to do. And I just want to take the time out to say, also, we're on Instagram Live, so I'm talking to people.
Hello, Instagram.
Yeah, you guys need to come on over to Twitch, join the conversation queue, and all my homies who are on the Instagram Live. That's why it seems like I'm talking to myself, but I'm not. I'm talking to my co-host, Darius, over there. But
come on over.
Anyway, yeah, come on over if you want to join the conversation. But anyway, I just want to take the time out to say I've been going back through my Marvel catalog.
Yes.
I've been watching all the movies that I missed. And I just want to say, my personal opinion, Guardians of the Galaxy is probably one of the best trilogies in the MCU.
Yeah.
Probably up there with Spider-Man.
I agree.
I would say probably up there with Spider-Man because Holland got me, man. I'm not gonna lie. I was wondering what the hype was about him and him being Spider-Man, but after watching all the Spider-Mans as well, I completely understand the hype. The quirkiness that is him, it really, I don't know what it is. He's just a good actor, man. I get it. I finally get it. But my personal opinion, Guardians of the Galaxy is probably my favorite trilogy in the MCU. I freaking love the Guardians of the Galaxy. I can watch it over and over and over again.
Guardians is a great series, and that's once again, you know, you look who they went after to run DC. You know, had a hand in a lot of the success of some of those movies, and you know, I hope that they can kind of turn it around. I mean, they have a few good franchises under their belt. I mean, you know, the Penguin TV show, I don't think this is far-fetched to say. I think it is probably top 2 or maybe number 1 for like comic book film TV shows, honestly. I think it's that fucking good. And Peacemaker is incredible too. You know, Peacemaker's funny. John Cena I think John Cena and
he did the role justice,
Batista,
man.
Yeah, I think those two.
I didn't think he was going to do it. Mm-hmm. Like when it was in the making and it was like John Cena's going to have this role and I was like, what? But apparently, like, he dug deep in his acting bag. You know, he had classes, and then if you think about it, wrestling, come on now, like, you know, you gotta have those acting chops there too. You know what I'm saying? So
well, I'll say this much. Yeah, it doesn't convert over for everyone, you know, but I think those two in particular, just like you said, they honed in on the things that they're good.
Oh no, they took acting classes and stuff, and they really took it serious because a lot of wrestlers, usually it's a natural, like, I don't want to say natural, but it's a progression for them to kind of slide over to acting. You know, we've had so many, you know, I feel like The Rock, it was somebody before The Rock, I want to say, but you have people like that. You have that kind of transition to acting. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say it out loud. I think John Cena may have the Rock beat in acting.
I don't think it's particularly close. I'm gonna be. I'll even take it one step further.
Rock does the same.
He's not. He's the same person in everything he does. I love The Rock when he was a wrestler, guys. Let's just be real honest for a second, okay?
Let's have an honest conversation.
Yeah, let's just be real fucking honest for a second, okay? I love The Rock in some of the action movies he's done over the years. But he's kind of stuck in that Kevin Hart role.
Paid so much.
Yeah, sure. Like he gets paid well, but he's just the big guy who makes stuff go boom. I'm gonna just keep it on.
Oh my god, and breaks his cast. Don't forget that
he's super strong in all his movies. That's his thing, and there's nothing wrong with that. You need those kind of action movie stars. Every generation has one, but when you talk about like a range of acting, and I think Batista's probably the best one who's done. You should check out some of his other films outside of just the comic book stuff. But let's just be fucking honest, guys. Okay?
He's upset.
Let's just call it. Let's just call it what it is. The Rock's he's a nice guy, I'm sure.
He's the Goku of movies.
But I would love to see him in a more serious acting role. I would. That's just me. Like, he loves to hang out with Kevin Hart. They make funny movies sometimes. Sure. But he's the same person.
Boy, we really woke Darius up with this one.
I'm not gonna pretend, man. Like, let's just cut it. Let's cut shit out, right? He's the same guy in every film. But
you're right. Iron is right. Batista actually, he has a range. Batista has a range.
I'm telling you guys, man.
Different movies.
Watch his other films, man. Batista, and he said it. He said so in interviews that he didn't want to just be relegated to doing the same type of stuff.
Guy.
Yeah, and I love that. I love that for him, man. I love Batista. Even back when he was roiding in WWE. Let's just keep it honest, right? We're being honest. Love him to death, though.
That's why even Guardian of the Galaxy, the Volume 3 or Part 3.
Yeah.
I even enjoyed Drax. Now, I was very critical of him.
You were,
Part 1 and 2. But his story kind of comes full circle. And it was a little moment in there, man. It was a little thug tear in there, man.
Yeah, a little sad. I know what you're talking about.
Man. Hey, Batista as Drax in the third movie, he kind of like found himself, so to speak. And he wasn't, because the thing is, he was supposed to be like, very angry at Thanos. If y'all know that backstory, we don't need to get into that. But basically Thanos killed his whole family, blah blah blah. So Drax his whole purpose was to kill Thanos, and then after the snap and all that, Batista was not Batista, but him as Drax. He kind of just really didn't have a purpose.
He was
but
lost.
Then, without spoiling the movie, he kind of found like his purpose, and then it was like a little moment at the end. I was like, it almost got me. It almost got me. But yeah, it's such a. If you haven't seen the movie, man, go check it out.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
But yeah, that is to say, for Warner Brothers, I think. Going forward, I could honestly see them having trouble even attracting talent at this point when it comes to their gaming division. I mean, I think they're pretty set when it comes to Mortal Kombat and Harry Potter, because I believe they've already announced they're working on a sequel to Hogwarts Legacies. I haven't played it. I need to sit down, and I'll probably buy it at some point this year. Probably catch it on sale or something. I was
gonna say it's probably on sale right now.
That might just be like a couch game for me. I doubt I stream it, but. And honestly,
it seems like a fun game from what I've seen.
Yeah, I mean, it's gotten rave reviews. Despite
I'm not a pothead, so I don't.
Oh God, I forgot you called us that.
I'm not a pothead, so I'm not gonna knock it. But it looked fun. But I'm not too involved in that story. You know what I mean?
And that's fair. I mean, Harry Potter is one of those series, man, that I don't want to say you had to be there at the beginning to really appreciate it, but. I've talked about it before, on the podcast. Like me and my mom, it was a thing for us. That was our thing, and we went to every movie, and I just remember being just like enamored with it and read all the books and all that crap. I'm not gonna get into it because I'll get sad, but I just really want Hogwarts. I just really want WB to, first of all, let Rocksteady breathe, right? Give them a chance to sit down, reset. Word on the street is they're working on another Batman game right now. I just feel like they're trying to.
But do you feel? See, that's what scares me, right? It's funny because we just started talking about Batman.
Yeah.
And one of my coworkers just showed up in live, and his whole theme is like he loves Batman. So
yeah.
But the thing about what scares me about this new Batman game that's coming out is with Rocksteady being a former shell of itself.
Yeah.
And with that series being so great, it's like, are we scared for this game to come out? Because I'm like, if Batman comes out, like Batman is held to such a high regard. It's one of Rocksteady Studios' masterpiece. Like this game is just legendary. Matter of fact, isn't Kai Cenat like doing a marathon for it right now?
He finished it a few days ago. He finished all of them. Yeah.
What up, dude? We're live. If you want to join us, my brother, over at Twitch, join the conversation. And Mason, we would love to have you guys over there join in the fun. We love to talk about video games early in the morning. But yeah, man, I'm afraid, bro. I kind of don't want it to happen a little bit. Like if you're gonna half-ass it or
because
microtransactions,
a lot of people are like, oh well, I would love to see a Batman Beyond game. Like I would love to see a good game. Batman Beyond sounds like a really good idea in theory, right? Like sure. But I feel like, once again, that's another one of those properties that Warner Brothers has never really given the time of day for. And this is even before the merger and everything. Like, I think Batman Beyond has more of a cult following than something that's more mainstream. And if I'm Warner Brothers at this point and I want to reignite people's love for our games, I'm gonna go with something that I know to be a sure thing and not something that, at least in my opinion, would be a little bit more niche. I know a lot of people, especially in our generation and age group, love the Batman Beyond animated series, but like the average person, I just don't. I kind of look at Batman Beyond kind of like Spider-Man 2099, like really great series, very underappreciated in what it does for the genre, but it's like I said, it's more of a cult following. And honestly, I'm kind of talking myself out of it right now because the latest Spider-Man animated film was so fucking good. Like, I don't think it would have been what it was if he didn't have Miguel O'Hara in it. Like, I agree with you, Bengal. Yeah, if they go this approach, you would have to kind of like almost start from ground zero. And now we're talking about timelines, right? Like we're talking about how long is this going to take to make? It went they were 8 years between Arkham City and Suicide Squad, so we possibly won't even see this game until the 2030s.
But honestly, do you feel like it's also a safe move?
Yeah, 100%.
Like, do you feel like they're playing it safe because they're like, yo, we know that out of all the stuff that we've been doing, we know Batman's going to cook. So
yes,
let's make this Batman for.
Honestly, they're trying to rebuild the goodwill, and I mean, shout out to Darkstar in chat bringing up Injustice just now. Like, I think that's another thing they'll probably have the Mortal Kombat developers working on next. Mortal Kombat 1 kind of fucking imploded on itself. But what would bring people back into? Because I mean, Street Fighter's doing so well right now. Tekken's doing really well right now. You're kind of missing that third of the big three. Injustice always has been a very popular fighting game. I think that's probably what they'll probably have them work on. They're probably like, you know what, we messed up with Mortal Kombat. It was unfinished. The game was buggy. The tag system wasn't as great as we wanted it to be. Yada yada yada. But what do people really want? Superman punching through somebody's chest. You know what I mean?
And that's my guy, the Black Batman himself, has just entered the chat. What up, dude?
Hey, what's going on, dude? Mungus, thank you for stopping by, man. If you guys are listening to the audio version of this podcast, we record it every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern on twitch.tv/DarksTheArtist. We appreciate you guys coming in.
You can always go to we repost it on YouTube on Thursdays.
Absolutely.
So to get your gaming news fix, we're glad to have you guys. Dude Mungus is one of my coworkers. coolest guy in town, and he has an amazing bike. And also he does amazing bike content. So be sure to tap in with my boy, man. He has some amazing content out there. I'll give him a shout out in the link later. But back to the show, yeah, man. I feel like Batman is a very touchy subject, because I just don't want them to just like throw it out there as a safety net. Like if it was coming out on its own, accord. But honestly, to me, it feels like we've had all these setbacks, so we need to make up. Y'all got to understand, they're kind of looking at this at a point of, we need to make this money back, and that could be very detrimental when producing the next Batman game, because then you see the extra microtransactions. Oh, you want Batman with a golden cape?
Honestly, I think they just go straight to a single player game. And honestly, this is what I would want. This is what I would suspect they're gonna do, right? Because let's keep in mind, right? They lost $300 million just on the gaming division last year, not counting the Batwoman movie that didn't come out. Not counting how terrible Joker 2 did, not counting all this other stuff. They just lost just that much money by itself. And, you have to contend with the death of Kevin Conroy, rest in peace to the greatest Batman voice of all time.
I was rooting for you, Joker.
I would love to see.
Rooting for Joker, man.
Yeah. I would honestly think that what they should do is just give us a fresh take on Batman. They're already doing that in the DCEU. We're gonna have two different Batmans, because I forget the name of the guy who's running DC right now. I always brain fart on his name, but he recently came out and confirmed that Batman from the last movie that just came out in 2023 is not the DC's Batman, not the DCU Batman. So why not just take that same approach?
Oh, the one with Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman?
Yeah, he's a different universe's Batman.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so we're gonna get another Batman actor at some point. Whether he is hinted at or introduced in Superman.
But how long can Batman and Superman carry the torch, man? Y'all gotta get other people. Y'all got to get other people involved, man. Y'all got so many dope characters, man.
Yeah.
DC, come on.
I mean,
man.
I think I have more faith in the TV shows and movies that they're working on right now than the games.
Because Penguin was fire, right?
It was great. If you guys have not watched, let me tell you something. If you guys have not watched Penguin, I got my wife to watch Penguin, and she's not really big into superhero movies at all or TV shows. She fucking loved it. Like, full stop. Was excited to watch it.
So can we consider that a win?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. DC, we need some wins from y'all.
Penguin was absolutely a fantastic TV show. I want to go back and watch it. I didn't watch the last 20 minutes of it because I know what happens, and it breaks my heart. I'm not gonna say it, but
Thug tier? Was it a Thug tier?
Oh man, it'll break you down, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh man.
Because I'm gonna say this much: you're just reminded that he is going to be nothing but a fucking terrible human. He is a terrible human being. And the show does a great job of making you root for him and then just snatching the rug from under you, man. Like, it's great.
So it's kind of like how he becomes a villain, right?
It's how he becomes in charge of one of the largest gangs in Gotham, essentially. It's his rise to power.
I love that, though. Yeah. I love that they took a character that people don't necessarily talk about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I love the fact that they gave him his show, and it's actually successful.
Yes. It's a fantastic show. If you haven't...
What is it on?
It's on HBO Max. You can watch it on HBO Max.
Okay,
it's only 8 episodes. If you haven't watched the Batman movie, you don't need to, but it'll give you context to the setting of the movie, because it's like a week or two after the ending of the movie, if I remember right.
Oh, nice.
So, the Batman movie's really good too. Just for context, if you're interested in it, I would suggest it. It's a little long. You might want to break that thing up. It's about 2.5 hours, 2 hours 40 minutes or something like that. Like, it's a chunky movie, but I would say, in your opinion, it's because how interesting the Penguin was in Gotham, the TV series. I agree. I don't think anybody else could have done that role outside of Colin Farrell, man. Like he
did a good job.
Guy, man. Yes. My gosh.
Because you know what I think of? Let me tell y'all something real quick, because we got to move on, because we're running off the rails as usual, but that's okay. But every time I think of Penguin, I think of the little diaper booty penguin that was in the Bad movies. What was it, like Batman?
Oh, you talking about Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito penguin with the little diaper booty, bro. He looked like he doo-dooed on himself a few times.
I'm looking up an image for this.
Hey, post a picture for the chat to see.
Hold on, I'm gonna actually show you.
That was a disgusting ass penguin.
Oh God, man, I hate this.
That's my dog, but oh my God.
Look at this crap, man.
Look at the diaper booty.
Look at Danny DeVito. This actually freaked me out as a kid. I'm not gonna lie to you, especially the end when he had all like that black blood and stuff coming out his mouth. Yeah, he's wearing a diaper right here. Look at this, man. Oh God.
Oh man, that's the penguin I think of. I'm so glad the penguin getting.
Nah, man.
Bro, he looked like something. Shit. What's the movies with the little skeleton dude? That's what he looked like. He belonged on them Christmas.
Oh yeah. Hold on. I gotta. Hold on. Oh my god. He looked like he belonged
in that movie.
Look how different this is.
Hey, man. let me talk to dude real quick. Bro, it took us so long to get to this point.
Yeah, man. We appreciate that. Thank you.
We appreciate your compliments, bro, because it's been trial and error. It's been
5 years of this
stuff. Yeah, 5 years of learning, bro. And Darius, he was the guy who I was telling you about who was going to start streaming. So.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna lock in, man. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So if you ever need any help, dude, you know we're here for you, brother.
Absolutely. Same director of those movies directed that movie too. Yeah, I know. It blows my mind, Tori, that is the truth.
Yes, Tori. Yes, he looked like he belongs in that movie. Look at that nose. Look at that schnauzer.
Yeah, this is so. Oh man. Shout out to Danny DeVito.
Boy, that's a Coke nose. That ain't even a Coke nose. I don't know what that is. Holy crap, bro.
God, man. Yeah, I mean, and I think they said they're open to season 2.
He even looks cool. Like he looked like a mobster. Like look at him, like the recent penguin.
Yeah, it's Danny DeVito, man. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, this was a younger DeVito.
Yes, bro. I remember that penguin because I hated him ever since.
Yeah.
Why does he look like that?
Holy shit, man! I got tears in my eyes right now, bro.
Oh, God,
y'all are killing me.
Y'all took me to a dark place today, fellas. Y'all took me to a dark place.
When Catwoman kissed him when she had that electric wire, that's how he died at the end.
And we don't speak about Halle Berry Catwoman ever around here. I know one of y'all thinking it. Keep it to yourself.
Oh yeah, we don't talk about that movie, man.
But all right, let's put this train back on
basketball
the rails,
in jeans.
Yo, if you ever want to see something funny, look up Halle Berry playing basketball as Catwoman.
Oh.
If you don't laugh, you're not human.
Oh, Jesus, man.
And Darius, don't you dare pull that shit up. Don't you?
Oh, you said pull it up? I got you. Hold on 1
second. Don't. Oh, my God.
You gotta give the people what they want, right, Chad? He asked for it.
We're trying to put the train back on the rails.
Catwoman.
We're done, guys.
Berry.
We actually have a schedule and a list of topics we want to talk about. We never get through it because this guy wants.
Here we go. Yeah, we're already off the rails here, man. Oh man, come on, guys. You telling me? I'm not gonna play the audio for YouTube, but you guys telling me you? Come on, Era. You didn't want to watch her play basketball?
Why are we watching this? Oh, numbers, viewership gone. Here we go.
Everybody leaving the stream now, right?
Boo, tomato.
Oh my gosh.
Look at this. For our audio listeners, I'm so happy y'all don't have to see this, man.
Chat, if you guys haven't watched Catwoman, y'all shit. Come on, man. That wasn't impressive. She impressed all those kids, man, giving them hope in life. Come on. Hold on. I just want to. Okay, all right, we done.
He just pissed me off. You know what? Super weapon over. The breakup is here. Oh my God. Were they just using this scene to touch each other?
Oh god, yeah, this was like that little this was the flirtatious scene right here. Oh yeah, I'm traveling. I'm traveling.
Oh, look at that and one. Look at him and one.
Technical foul, travel. Right.
Look at that crossover. Iverson ain't got nothing on her. What? Was she just shaking?
Oh man, I forgot all about this movie, man. Yeah, they've come a long way. They've come a long way. Jesus Christ, guys. Oh, I got tears in my eyes, man.
I just want y'all to know that this might be the last episode of Super Weapon.
Season finale, series finale, guys.
When the breakup, when they say what happened, this is where the tension. Hey, no, Darius, I got you. This is where the tension started.
This is where things changed, right? Next week you don't hear no laughing or anything,
bro. No, I'm not here. It's just you.
Oh man, she doesn't need technical skills. She has superpowers. We need.
Who greenlit this shit? Hey, Hallie. Mind shaking a little ass.
To be honest, I would have been on set just losing it laughing. They would have had to take multiple takes, man. I wouldn't have been able to shut up. I would have been laughing out loud. They would have had they would have asked me to leave.
All right, for the 18th time. Okay. The train is back on the tracks.
All right.
Okay.
All right, I'm done. All right, I'm back. Sorry, guys.
We're back. Sorry, guys. We have these moments, okay?
All right, so yeah, WB. Once again, man, our heart goes out to all those affected by layoffs and everything. They unfortunately found out the same time that we did on social media, which seems to be like a theme in the industry now. So, you know, we'll see kind of like where WB lands, and like I said, man, they got an evil villain running WB right now, Zaslav. You know, Zaslav. That's an evil villain's name. That's a Bond villain name almost. So,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But yeah, let's move on to Monster Hunter, man, and then we'll get out of here. We're running a little long here. The WB conversation went a little bit longer than I thought. But
that's what happens when the train fly off the rails. Yeah. We tend to run a little long, but hey, it is what it is. We have fun around here. So, Monster Hunter.
Yes.
You've been... we're finally here, guys. Monster Hunter is out.
Monster Hunter Wilds is out, man.
How many hours did you get in so far?
I'm embarrassed to say, man, I've only played 2 hours. About 2 hours of it. I'm still
you're
pretty...
a grown adult. That's okay, because I got about... Well, I woke up, I played last night, maybe, I say I probably got about 4 hours in. A lot of it was like watching YouTubes and really trying to sink my teeth into the game and not be a casual about it. We got to give a shout out to Beezy in the terms of the great Beezy, not raw dog them settings. So I've really, really been trying to like, just sink my teeth into learning the technical aspects of the weapons that I'm deciding to play with.
Yeah, you picked it up on PlayStation, right? So you're playing on console?
Yes, I'm on PS5. It looks great. I'm using the I'm at a steady 60 frames per second because you know me, I'm about that butter, baby.
Yeah, can't have your game, especially in a game like this. You can't have. Or you don't want to have like frame stutters and issues, and I completely understand why you opted out of that over PC. Honestly, from everything I've seen, people talking and just watching a few streams the last couple of days, because a lot of streamers got early access to it on Thursday, that if you don't have a system that you would consider like a high-end or mid to high-end PC, it would probably be better to purchase this on console.
Yeah, because when I played the beta, remember when I was telling you it was doing that like weird flickering?
Yeah, it's not especially optimized, especially for lower, like I said, lower end PCs. Because believe it or not, you know, not everybody has like $2,000-$3,000 PCs just playing games on. So
and my PC is pretty good, and it's still like, you know, it's just one of those games that's pushing you forward because you're gonna need to. Yeah. Probably upgrade a little bit if you want to play it with all your settings maxed out, and because you know you got some people, I call them maxers, man.
Honestly, and I think it's just one of those things too where we're at the point, you know, we're getting new video graphics cards coming out, new GPUs that are already out and about to release for AMD as well. And I think it's just like to the point where you're starting to see the age on some of the graphics cards that are out now. I think it's more a condition of that, and like I said, the game not being super optimized. Because when Monster Hunter World came out, it didn't hit PC. It didn't launch PC day and date like this one did. So I'm confident that they'll get it, optimized a little bit better for everyone. I haven't run into too many issues. I'm hitting like 50, 60 frames. I'm playing on 1440p. And I'll say like my initial just like thoughts on the game. I think that this starting out is probably the easiest Monster Hunter game in terms of combat.
That seems to be the census across the board. And I mean, I've even said something similar myself, as I'm not deep into the Monster Hunter world like other people, but there is a comfortability with playing the game.
Yeah.
Like I came in and I've been doing things by myself and I don't feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Like I'm actually getting things done, and it's kind of helping me also learn the game, because like the other ones that I played, it was like once you got past a certain part, there was a immediate like the difficulty.
Once
like
you hit high rank,
it went from like, okay, I can handle this, to like, oh shit, like I'm sending out SOS flares and getting carded. Like I'm sending out for people and they looking at me like, why he keep getting carded away? You the one called us. Like, what the hell you doing? Why you keep dying?
Yeah, and I don't know if that'll change. Like I said, like I'm not anywhere near close to being to high rank, but
this first impressions.
Yeah,
give it a go.
I think the problems. Yeah, the problems that I have with the game mostly stem from the story mode and the ability to play with your friends and how difficult it is. Because we played the beta. I checked out, I think, both of the beta weekends, the last two, and it was just unnecessarily difficult. And I don't know, it's like crossplay isn't necessarily new for games. Nowadays it's been a few years since the industry has been kind of implementing crossplay. And it seems like there's just like challenges with, I don't know if it's like a challenge with the system itself, or like finding your friends is a fucking headache in this game. It is terrible. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. And I wish that you could just straight up play the campaign with your friends instead of going through these old archaic, okay, you have to, go through a certain part of the mission before you can send up an SOS flare and then invite your friends, or just let me play through the story with my friends. And especially with this game, it seems like they're just wanting you to get through the campaign to get to end game, because you don't have to really hunt monsters more than once to craft weapons and armor. I've heard people say it changes once you get to high rank or end game, that you have to kind of farm a little bit to get some of the better weapons and armor, which is fine. That's totally like, that's usually how it goes with Monster Hunter. But if you're gonna if you want me to rush through the game as a player through the storyline anyway, the story mode anyway, why not just let me play with my friends? Why not just let me party up with my friends instead of, okay, well, you have to, all right, let me know when you get to the point where you can send an SOS flare, and I'm just kind of standing around waiting in camp. Like, I just some of the features that the game has is just so, it's just tiring. Like it could be so much smoother.
So you felt like with it didn't progress any. Like you felt like it should be easier to. I mean, I completely agree with that. With games in general, when it comes to crossplay, like Call of Duty is a little egregious. There's a few other games, like I don't understand the technology behind crossplay, but it does seem like they would be a little further advanced.
And like I said, crossplay. It could be a symptom of consoles having, their back-end systems only working a certain way versus PC. And the developers are just kind of beholden to what they have in front of them. But it shouldn't be a pain point, as they call it. It shouldn't be a pain point for your community, especially with how popular Monster Hunter's gotten since World has come out. I would hope.
So moving forward, you would think you want them to focus more on that.
I think some of the features, like the ability to skip cutscenes is great, straight out the box. Because in Monster Hunter World, I had to sit there and watch like 10-minute cutscenes, and it was like nails on the chalkboard.
I call them poo-poo breaks.
Yeah, like I'm be honest with you guys, I don't care about the story in Monster Hunter. That's not why I'm here. I'm here to hunt big fucking monsters.
To hunt.
Yeah, I'm here to hunt monsters, turn them into pants, and put them on. That's it. Like that's
and draws.
You know, like that's really like the thing for me. But overall, like in terms of like gameplay, this is very fun. It's incredible. The new focus system I think is awesome. And the weapons feel really good in this game. Everything outside of
what weapon are you running?
I'm Charge Blade for now. Charge Blade main, yeah. I love the Charge Blade, man.
Insectoid Wand Waver.
Insect Glaive?
What is it called?
Insect Glaive.
I'm Insect Glaive / Hammer, and I love the fact that you can carry 2 weapons on your horse.
Yeah, right. Like they let us skip cutscenes, but then you put us on rails in the open world part of the game. Like I get, like I said, I get you want to funnel players to certain parts of the map and want them to discover things. Like there's easier ways to do it, in my opinion, than the way that they're presenting it in this game. And I don't know if this game is a symptom of the success of Worlds to where they wanted to, you know, I mean, like Monster Hunter Worlds was I think Capcom's like #1 selling game ever, like of all time. Which probably they were like, okay, if we want to bring those players back who may have stopped playing World, or we want to continue to expand the community, what are some easier ways we can bring people in? Maybe like that's like my initial thoughts on it. But once I play the game a little bit more, we're probably gonna have some people on to talk about it as well. I think that'd be cool to have like a roundtable discussion, so you guys can hear more opinions on it. But overall, like I'm having a blast. I know it doesn't sound like I'm having fun, but I had an excellent time playing yesterday, and I'm excited to play some more today after the pod. So
I can't wait.
Yeah,
you got to see my character, the ultimate man dime. His name is Reginald. Reginald Leroy Manchester the Third.
If your name is Reginald and you hunt monsters, I don't want no part to what you got going on, man. That sounds dangerous.
Hey, oh.
Reginald the Monster Hunter,
man. Hey, hold on. You know what?
Hey man, Super Weapon's over, guys. It's over. We're done.
Yeah, because I was about to pull up the picture for the world to see. Reginald is out here, bro. Hey, hold on.
You know, that actually would be a pretty good idea, man. If you guys have characters, like if you have pictures of your characters, we'd love to see them actually. Because I've seen some pretty. We can talk about that too. Like the character customization in this game is pretty impressive.
Somebody created Taylor Swift, and I thought that shit was fire. I'm not gonna lie, because it looked
that's
just
actually
like
pretty
her.
Cool. Nice. Yeah, people are creative.
It really
man.
looks like her, and I was like, "Yo, that's very creative." I'm thinking about jacking that because I do want to be Tay Tay one day.
Okay,
I do.
All right, so those are initial impressions, man. How far in are? Oh yeah, we're
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if you go to my Twitter if y'all want to see my beautiful man dime.
Yeah, and jump in Discord too because we'll be posting stuff in there as well. But I think let's just go ahead and cut it off here, man. So we are running a little long in the tooth, man. Thank you guys for hanging out for episode 223 of the Super Weapon Podcast, man. Always a great time when we have our live studio audience and people come in, hang out, give their opinions on stuff, man. This is why we do this. This is why we started the podcast, so we can have conversations with our friends and strangers in a civil manner and not just be angry at each other all the time. So we appreciate you guys hanging out. Please make sure you guys follow us everywhere. Super Weapon related. You guys can find me pretty much everywhere. Twitch.tv/Darius the Artist. And Twitter for now. Blue Sky as well. Darius the Artist. I don't really have much, man. Outside of that, DC, you got the floor.
All right. Want to give a shout out to my boy before you leave. Hey, dude, Mungus, thank you for coming by, brother. Yes. We are here every morning. If you feel the need to stop by, I know you're a family man. Got to get the kids together. Got to clean the bike. Please go check out, man. That bike is beautiful. I'm gonna post it.
We'll put it in the description
on my Twitter. Yeah, I'm gonna post it in Discord. He has I love his bike, man. That thing is beautiful. Nice. And he does a lot of bike content. So I'll put his link in the Discord if you guys are into motorcycles. Go check that out, man. Nice. Very, 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 very good brother, man. Co-worker, brother from another mother. Cool dude. Now, back to my outro. We are running a little long, so I'm going to keep it quick. We have created a section for all monster hunters to join us in the Discord as we unite Ultimate Man Dime and Friends.
Oh my God. We're not calling the channel
ass.
that. We're not calling the channel that.
I didn't say call the channel that. It's Monster Hunter, right? It's just Monster Hunter. I'm calling myself the Ultimate Man Dime. That's my Monster Hunter name. But anyway, guys, let's go have fun. It's Saturday. I don't have nothing to say. We've run long enough. Have a beautiful Saturday. Stay blessed. Spread some love. It's too much bullshit out here. Too much hate. Let's spread love, baby. Peace.
Thank you guys for hanging out, man. If you guys are in chat, just hang around. We're going to play some Monster Hunter, of course. Have a good time for the rest of the day, man. We will see you guys later.
Keep Halle Berry away from a basketball, please.
Oh, man, she's going to cross up LeBron. See you guys later. Peace.